Goldcrest Valley greetings to episode number 47 with me, Mr. Searly P. What I thought I would do is try hiring a weeder. I haven't done that before. Where are we, weeders? What's that one? That's 12 metres. That's 9. Why is that one so much more expensive? 300 litres. Oh, is that fertilised at the same time, does it? Have a look at this one. Rental, 3,740. Wow. That's a lot of money to rent. Well, let's just call it or lease it. It's a trial. It's an idea. Okay. Where is it? No, that's an interesting. Lots of springs and discs and. Wow. Okay. Let's jump into the T7. And hook this up. Okay. I'm going to go to field 21. Now, as far as I'm aware, you can only use these in the first growth stage to rid of weeds. Now, I have just fertilised this. Now, apparently this is supposed to add a fertilising layer. So I don't know if I weed this now, whether it will. So if I zoom in on the map. Soil composition. Go down to field 21. So to field 21, it's on its first growth stage, so I've just fertilised it. So it had the initial fertilising when it was seeded. It's on its second fertilising because it's on its first growth stage. You're supposed to use the weeder on the first growth stage. Now I don't know if it will register another fertilising state or it will just leave it the same because it has actually just been fertilised. So it's just an experiment really. Unfold weeder. Whoa, that's fancy. It's wider than I thought it was going to be. Let's see how this works, shall we? So, lower weeder. Now, if this doesn't work, it's been an incredibly expensive experiment. Just check on the map. It was an incredibly expensive experiment. That was a waste of time. Oh, that's annoying. I've been giving this a little bit of thought for a while, actually. The weeder is over on field 17. I'm just waiting for that to kind of go into its first growth stage. Looking... Why do I keep pressing the wrong button? Looking at the map, quite a few of my fields are ready to harvest. Field 30 down here is on its last growth stage and it is also on its last fertiliser stage. These are ready to go. 12, I think, has had its last fertilising, but it should be moving on to its last growth stage. This one will need fertilising again, field 9, as will field 3 to get those onto the last fertilising stage. I'm thinking of getting a slurry spreader injector because I've got plenty of slurry actually at the biogas plant and some with the cows and the pigs. Not a huge amount with the cows and the pigs. Biogas plant I've got a fair bit more. Plus I've got all that silage. When that's ready, it's on about 59% fermented, I think it is. When that's ready and I start selling, that'll be producing more slurry. So I'm thinking of, when I harvest these fields, of slurry injecting. Now I'm assuming it works the same way as when you do contracting jobs on the mission system, that you harvest and then slurry the field straight away, then plough or cultivate and seed. I'm not sure. That would be something I have to try out. But I'm thinking of doing that. But that brings me back to what I was thinking. Because of this situation here, if I go on to any one of these, for example, slurry tanks, top right hand corner, 3 slots, 92. Because I've reached that point again, because I've been buying odd bits here and there, that it's pinged up with the slot thing for me again. I want to get the Joskin Modulo, probably. I did look at going and getting this, the Vinhuis, I think it is, premium integral. Excuse me. When I've been doing contracting jobs, I keep calling it the Amazon. That's the Amazon Condor. That's the Cedar. I was saying the wrong thing every single time. That's 106,000 to buy. It's got massive width on it. It's a lot of money, so I don't know whether to go for this. But if you look, when I click on this one, it's showing us 7 slots. It says -7 on the right hand side. So what I'm thinking, 12 metre width, it's not bad. What I'm thinking is these two here, my tedder and my windrower, I'm going to sell them. I haven't used them since the first 3 or 4 episodes, when I started making the hay and stuff to take down for the cows, ready to buy cows. I haven't used it since. In all honesty, I can cut grass with the mower and bale and make silage bales. I don't need to tedder it to make hay anymore. The cows do need hay, and I've got a fair bit down there, but I'm pretty sure, I need to check this, that with the what was it called? Oh, I've done it again. It's terrible. Where are we? Animals. With the Silo King Self-Line Compact, I'm pretty sure it said on there, if you pick up grass, it turns it into hay in it, which is a bit odd, but so do I need to make hay anymore? Probably not. So I'm thinking of selling these two and then buying a slurry spreader. Again, thinking out loud, I might do that in a minute. So I'm going to jump into the Fent. It's putting me right out miles away. Start that up. As you noticed, I have taken the twin wheels off. Not because I didn't like them, I do, and I think when I do some more work at the silage biogas plant, I will probably put them on again. But I found for loading and unloading harvesters and because with the twin wheels on, it's too wide to get in next to the harvester. So anyway, I will put on the beacons. I do need to get on with some harvesting, because these are all on the kind of orange now. They need harvesting. So I'll probably do a big old harvesting session again. Got a lot of soybean in the ground. Got some sunflowers growing all over the place. I think I did one field of corn. I'm trying to remember now. Was that field 12? Might have been field 12. So I get all the soybean harvested and then wait for a good price to sell all of that, I think. But I'll go over and sell these. And then next time, as soon as I harvest a field, I'm going to have a go at slurrying. I'm out, and like I say, I'm still waiting for field 17 to get into its first growth stage and then try that weeder out. I've never done that before either, so today's episode could see a couple of firsts with weeding and slurrying. Couldn't do slurrying before really because I didn't have enough slurry built up to actually do anything with. But I'm pretty sure up at the biogas plant I've got about 90,000 litres, I think. So it should be enough for a little bit. Here we are. Drop this off actually. Back it in, otherwise I've got to drive through them. Okay, see what I get for this. 22,525. Not a huge amount, but it will do. Right, back up and collect the windrower. Back again. Oh, I went a bit wobbly then. Back again. I'm not singing. It hasn't become a musical, don't you worry. And we'll get rid of this. 24,000. And both of those combined will pay for, more than pay for, the Slurry Injector spreader. So if I go to slurry tanks, yeah, the Joskin Modulo 2, width of 12 metres, 7 slots. It's still showing that I'm on slots. God, that sucks. 10 miles an hour. 36,000. Well, we've got enough to buy it. Select, no upgrades available. Yep, going to buy that. Let's have a look. I've used this a lot on contracting, but don't actually own one, so now I do. I'll have to go and fill it up, and then I'll probably change the settings. I'm pretty sure you have a look in here as well. So fuel, seed, fertilizer, slurry. You can set it to buy, digestate tank at the BGA, pig slurry tank or cow slurry tank. So if I set it to the digestate tank, when it runs low or runs out, it will automatically start taking it from there. That should work. Saves you going backwards and forwards. I know it's not particularly realistic, but it does mean you won't run out while you're doing a field. I don't know what the what the kind of flow rate is. I said that before, when you're contracting, because it sort of gives you an infinite supply, you don't know how quickly this thing's going to empty. So that's going to be interesting as well. Right, let's go and get the jump back in the fence. Okay, let's try that again. Try and press the right button that time. There we go. First you need to fill the tool. Thank you very much. You're right, I do. So, I'm probably take it to the... Actually, I might take it to the cows first. Fill up from there. First. I'll do that. And look alright. So beacons are on. It's got rear beacons as well, I quite like that. Right. Slurry fill level, 17,000. Oh, there's plenty in here to fill this up. Refill slurry tanker. Yes, please. $15,780 litres. The cows will continue producing, so that's all good. Okay, that's enough. Let's get this up to the main yard. Then whichever field I harvest first, we'll give it a go. Oh, I'll drive across the grass. Sorry. Someone's lovely manicured bit of ground. Get this back. Now I'm thinking, because of my OCD nature, most of my fertilising, ploughing and whatever equipment's all over here. But I don't think there's going to be room for it, in all honesty. Will it fit in next to that? Might be a bit tight. Might have to move the plough. Let's put this here for the time being. Beacons off. Engine off. Okay, so it's the waiting game now. That's nice, that. Plenty of detail. Okay, so I'm thinking then, bit of harvesting. Lots of soybean. Swing this header out. Got quite a few fields of soybean to do, which means then what I will do off screen is an absolute ton of cultivating and whatnot, but I will do that after I've had a go at the Slurry Injecting. I want to see that, see how that pans out. So I'll start off, but you don't have to sit and watch me just do field after field after field of soybean. Then I need to move on to the sunflowers. So I've got a bit of that growing too. I want to go to that field 30 and see what I get off that. That my accidental purchase field. That'll be an interesting one. Okay. And let's begin. Why is it I always seem to do my harvesting as the sun's going down? I seem to start my harvesting about 7 o'clock. Every time I do it, it's in the evening. I don't know why. How weird. Right, set the worker off. Lights on, very sensible. And I will go and get a tractor and trailer ready for unloading. Beacons are on, first field's nearly done. See if he'll hit this tree. Ah, he missed it last time, didn't he? That's good news. So I to fall down that cliff by the side as well. All is good. Now, the harvester is loud, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder. And I'm in the way. It's this blinking Challenger. It's because it's quite wide. This is the reason why I took the twin wheels off of the fence, because for unloading it was too wide, for obvious reasons. This is going to be about 12,000, I think it was last time. I think I've got 23,000 or something, 21,000 in storage already. I might have swapped tractors with this thing. Put the Fendt on this and put the Challenger on the Slurry tank. It's going to stop, isn't it? Because that's going to be blocking it. Maybe. Okay, not quite 12,000. That's weird. I'm sure I got 12,000 at this last time. Okay, move this to one side. I will swap over with this. Okay. Now into the harvester. Oh, it's all very complicated, isn't it? And we'll move him. Pipe in. Get him started on the next field. Need to put some fuel in this as well at some point. Oh, it's half full. Got plenty of fuel in it, but what? Okay. Then carry on. And now will come the moment of truth. If the contracting's anything to go by, this should let me do this now on this field. I don't know if it will. We'll see. Okay then, so let's unfold this. Try and get it lined up as best I can. This will be the moment of truth because I really don't know what the flow rate's going to be like. I haven't got a clue about any of this. It is working. Oh, is this something new? Whoa, that drops at a colossal rate. I'll say yeah, maybe. It's a fair sized field, I suppose. Wow. I mean, at the end of the day, apart well, a few times of doing this and it will be free fertiliser, technically. Trying to line this up a bit better. Might even set a worker on it actually, so it'd be more efficient with a worker doing it than me, because I'm awful at this. Let's just have a look on the map. Soil composition. So it's putting the first state in, so I wonder then when, if I then seed it, that'll do the next one, so it will only need then one fertiliser pass. Which means it's saving me money on fertiliser. Ah, good news. Right, I'll work out, see how this works. Okay. Oh, it's taking it straight from the BGA. Right, dismiss the worker. Right, that's on the settings then. So on here, refill is taking it straight from there. So if I turn that off, it should take it from here. Yep. Which means you've got to keep an eye on it, because then what will happen is when it runs out, it's going to start charging you, or will it just stop? That's going to be interesting. We'll watch and see whether it stops. If and when it runs out from the tank, because I've set it to off, so it shouldn't take it from anywhere else. I'm assuming it will just stop, I think. So we go, it's nearly out, so but that'll be this field, which isn't a small field. It's taken a full tank, which is 15,000 litres. It's not too bad. It does waste a lot when it first sets off. So let's see what happens now. Right, tank is empty now. If I go into settings and go to slurry, let's go with the pig slurry tank. And now set it, it'll carry on going, because it's taking that direct from the pig slurry tank. Okay, so I'm assuming when that runs dry, it will then stop again. I can change to the cow one and then to the BGA. That's not bad. I quite like that. I mean, yeah, like I say, it's not realistic. You're not going backwards and forwards. But that is slurry spreading. First time I've done it on Goldcrest Valley. I've never used the Slurry Injector before, the Joskin Modulo 2. It's pretty good, I like it. And looking at the map, 14 has had its first going over. So when I put the soybean back in, or whatever crop I'm going to do, with the fertiliser, that will take it to the second fertilising state. So then all I'll need to do is, when it goes into its first growth stage, fertilise it, and that'll be it. Then I can just leave it to grow. I like that. That's good. Excellent. So I've come up to the pig farm. Just thought I'd have a quick look. And if you come into where the slurry tank is, which is underground here, and look at the number in the top left-hand corner, slurry fill level, it is dropping. Now it stopped again, because I assume that's because the slurry spreader is turning round in the field. When it goes back onto the field and starts up again, that number will start dropping again. So it's taking from this tank, which is, like I say, it's quite cool actually. It's a nice little feature. There you go, dropping again. Just thought I'd show that. So then you can switch to the cows, you can switch to the BGA, and it will take it. That will run out soon, so I assume the helper will stop, and I can switch to the BGA. And then when I run out entirely, I'll just go back to fertilising. But at the moment, every time I do this, it's actually not costing me anything for fertiliser, which is good news. Mind you, I could then move on to manure spreading. I've got plenty of manure as well. Yeah, I could do that too. Thoughts. Let's see, I haven't done manure spreading before. Okay, so we've moved over. We're now on field 19, carrying on with the slurry spreading. I have exhausted all the supplies. If we go on and have a look here, because you can also check on this screen as you go down. If you look at the pigs, go down to liquid manure, that's saying 0. Go down to the cows, go down to liquid manure, that says 0. So I've used both of those. I've now switched over to the BGA, the digestate tank, and I think there's 90,000 litres in there, so this should be fine. So I've done the 2 fields over there, I'm doing this field here. I'm at the moment harvesting field 24. Mine's gone blank. Field 24. And then I will do the same on field 24. It's actually working out quite good. I mean, you know, if I do this, even if I keep this and every now and again I do it, I'm saving money while I do it. Yeah, the tank cost me 34,000, but realistically the liquid fertiliser is 2,000 something for every 2,000 litres, so this will pay for itself in no time, realistically. Plus I like it. I mean, it's quite cool. It's a different way of doing something. I do like that. The fact you can kind of pre-prepare the field before you do anything with it. Yeah, it's great. So I will continue. Harvesters going away in the distance, clearing that field too. Plenty of soybean to sell. At the moment, Right Agribusiness, which is top left hand corner of the map, is doing the best deal on soybean. So rather than the train this time, we'll drive this up there. Should have really filled up the cramp trailer, I didn't really think of that. Never mind. We'll get this up there, sell this first load, and then we'll have some more to go. I knew this was going to prove a bit of a challenge. It is rather... well, not overly steep. I suppose it is overly steep, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, it's overly steep. And it goes on a bit. Come on, keep going. What we got? 390 horsepower? Should be alright. Where's the turning? Might be here. Yeah, I think it's right around the back of this field, isn't it? Over in the corner. Or have I gone to the wrong place? I'm sure it is. So, top left hand corner, northwest. My flashing beacon. Let's see what we get for this load. $73,944. Whoa! That was decent money. I'll check this mountain hill. Let's have a look. So, right, agribusiness, and the price has dropped. It was 1.5 right at the very bottom. It was 1,570 something. It's now dropped to 1.4. So Maplefield Mill is the best price next. So I think the next load will go to Maplefield Mill probably. Okay, it's 8:23. We're back over on field 11 with the Delta, carrying on the soybean harvest. Sold one lot already. The slurry spreading, slurry injecting is going really well. So really pleased that's worked. The weed is going to have to be left till tomorrow, next episode, whenever I end up recording it. Because that field's not ready yet, but we did one of the things, or I did one of the things I said I was going to do, and that's the slurry spreading. So slurry spreading done. The Joskin Modulo 2 worked really, really well. And we are a big chunk of the way through a big harvest, which is also really, really good. So, it is getting late. It is the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. Always happy for more subscribers. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share any of the videos, be my guest. I am on Facebook as well under Mr. Sealy P. Screenshots, pictures and links to all my YouTube videos appear on there regularly. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.